And that's how we post a Facebook ad. No, I'm kidding. We're just starting it right now. Hey, everybody, welcome. This is Ed Morrell. We're talking about how to post Facebook ads in Command. And I'm just laughing because I've actually done that before for some of the Ignite recordings as people have told me. But yeah, we're going to start from scratch here. We're going to run you through how to run a Facebook ad. I was just mentioning that prerequisites you probably want to have ready to go before you start this video, or for you guys watching live. You want to have a Facebook business page, your Command IDX website, your Command user site up and ready to go. You probably want to have your credit card entered into KW Command campaigns, and you probably want a Keller Williams Larchmont logo in the PNG format, PNG format from the RGB folder. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to the Keller Williams master folder, and there's something there like marketing or logos, and you can find all this stuff there. And you want, from the RGB folder, you want the Keller Williams logo in PNG format. All right, so having said that, for you guys who are here, you're probably going to open up Chrome browser. So you're going to want to open up Chrome browser, and you're going to want to have two different tabs open. Note that we have two tabs. We have one tab going to Command, to Campaigns, and then another tab just set to your Command website. This is my website here. This is not your website. This is my website. Oh, and there's Clint calling me, trying to. Hold on, let me pause the recording here. So you want two tabs open in Chrome, one going to KW Command Campaigns, and the other tab open to your Command website. Okay? Okay, so once you are in the Command website, let me share here. Oh wait, before you do that, let me just show you kind of what we're going after here. Today's class, now we're going to talk about running campaigns, Facebook ad campaigns, and to just give you an idea, hold on, let me go here. No, wait, not there. I want Chrome. That's what I want. So I recently ran this ad here. I spent, where is it? This one here, the second one. Spent $100 and I got 30 leads at $3.33 a lead. That's a pretty good take. Some of those leads are junk, of course. They always are. And even if you got really expensive leads, some of them would be junk too. The conversion percentage from Facebook ads is going to be very low. Just know that. A typical conversion rate for Facebook ads is about 1%, which means, so if you're going to convert 1%, you probably want to run about $300 worth of ads to get 300 leads. I mean, yeah, to get 100 leads if we're converting one of them. So it costs you about $300 to get enough ads to get one buyer converting. But that's not a bad conversion or return on your investment, right? You spend $300, you get a $25,000 commission check. Not bad. Okay. And even after all expenses and everything, you're still looking at like minimum about 15,000. All right, so I'm going to show you my ad, how I ran it, why I ran it, all that kind of stuff. The same principles apply to whatever you're running, of course. So modify as needed, but I'm going to show you exactly. Sorry, there's like, I'm getting text here. Okay, hold on. Okay. So let me show you the ad that I ran. First, I'm just going to duplicate it really quick, and then we'll do it from scratch. But I want to show you guys what I did. Now, many of you guys, it's really popular to run an ad for a listing that you have. It's very popular, and it's great. You should do that. That's great. Many of you guys don't have an ad, don't have a current listing, and you're wondering, well, how the hell am I going to produce any leads if I don't have a listing, right? How am I going to run a Facebook ad if I don't already have something? How am I going to get people to go to my website? So one thing you can do now, before we go there, let me talk about broker reciprocity, because a lot of people don't understand this. In California, we allow broker reciprocity. And what that means is that we allow other agents to advertise our listings. If you don't believe me, go to Zillow.com right now and you can see they advertise lots of people's listings, none of which are theirs. If you go onto my personal website, you'll find lots of listings, most of which are not mine. And likewise, if I go to a Command website, I'll see lots of listings, none of which are theirs, or many of which are not theirs, right? So you can advertise listings. All you got to do, the rules as I understand them, and if you have any doubts, please go through and ask either our attorney or John Davidson, our broker of record. But my understanding, don't hold me to it, but my understanding is that you're allowed to advertise anywhere you'd like, as long as you're using the photos that they provided, the text description they provided, and you give credit to the brokerage for the listing. Because remember, the listing does not belong to, as much as you think it's your listing, it's actually not your listing, it's the brokerage's listing. So if Compass has a listing, you can post their picture wherever you want, as long as you reference listing courtesy of Compass, listing courtesy of Keller Williams Beach Cities, listing courtesy of Coldwell Banker or whoever else, right? Everybody following that? Those are the rules. Now, they may not like that, right? So I'm not saying that they're going to be happy about you promoting their listing, and you may want to take that into consideration, right? But the truth is my understanding is they cannot stop you from doing that. Okay, the link, okay, hold on. More people trying to get in. All right. So again, here's the cheat sheet on what we're doing today. Hopefully this time that works. Okay, so let's get going. Okay, so first thing that I would like you guys to do is, remember we had two tabs up, one being your command page set on campaigns, right? Like this, go to command, go to campaigns down here, and then have another tab with your website. This is my website, find one for your website. Okay, now, first thing I'd like you to do is go to your website, go to the tab with your website, and type in whatever zip code you want to, oh, hold on, before I do that, let me show you this. So the ad that I ran is this one here. It's actually a carousel, right? And there's a few cool photos on there for different listings, none of which are mine. And in the ad text, it just says blah, blah, blah. Listings courtesy of KW Beach Cities, KW Los Feliz, and Milano Realty. Who's Milano Realty? I don't know. But there you go. And so I'm going to show you how to do an ad like that. You don't have to do an ad like this. You can promote whatever you want, but I'll show you for doing this ad. In addition, by the way, Tristan and Blake have a great YouTube video on how to do Facebook ads in general. So you may want to go there as well. Because much of what I did here was following theirs. I'm going to teach you a couple of things that they didn't teach, that some roadblocks that came up along the way that they never mentioned when they were doing it. So, okay, so here we go. So first we're going to start by going to, and I'm going to create this ad from scratch just like you. So I want you to type in a zip code. Now, before you do anything, watch what I'm doing here. Because the zip code, you can search by just the zip code as searching that text. Or down below, it says zip codes, and then the zip code appears again. Click there on the second time it appears, and that is important for many reasons. Part of why that is important is because up here, when you do that, I don't know if you guys can see, but this URL at the top, that is a URL to search that zip code on my website. Right? That URL right there, I can give it to anybody, and when they click on it, they'll be on my website searching that zip code. That's important because we're going to need that URL and put it back in the ad that we're creating. But right now, I'm looking for 3 properties in this zip code. Oh, hold on a second here. I don't want this zip code. I want Silver Lake. Give me 1 second. What zip code is Silver Lake? Anybody remember off the top of their head?
What zip code for what city?
Silver Lake.
It's 90026, 9039.
Yeah.
All right, let's do 26. That's the one I ran before. I'm kind of liking what I've been up to there. Okay, so there's 90026. Now I'm going to look for 3 properties, and there's 2 options. One is you can download the photo you want to use from here, or 2 is just write down what we need is the address and down here who's the brokerage, right? So, and all I care about, I don't care about anything. I don't care whose listing it is. I don't care what part of town. I don't care how many days it's on market. What I really want more than anything else is pretty pictures. I just want some nice, pretty pictures that people are going to want to click on. So let's see. So far, I'm not liking anything. No, I don't like any of these. I could do an interior shot, but I don't want that yet. I want some nice exterior shots. This is not going well. All right, we're getting a little better now. By the way, note that there's a property here listed at $595, right? I'll make note of that later. Nah, that's too many bushes. That's not. All right. I don't love it, but I'm gonna do this one here. 2855. Now you're gonna want to write this down. FE Street. And this is by Compass. Okay, find some more. Ooh, I like this one. A little craftsman style. That one. All right, now we're talking. 945 West Kensington.
In Angelino Heights next to downtown.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm looking for 3 properties that I like in a neighborhood that I am targeting. You probably have a different neighborhood, so just follow along based on whatever neighborhood you're targeting. Okay, bear with me 1 second. I'm still getting people trying to log in. So I am targeting 90026 here, but you are likely targeting a different zip code. So just, follow along, but based on your zip code. All you need to do is find 3 photos that you really adore. And by the way, I like this one. Oh, I like this mohawk. Wait a minute. No, I'm gonna keep going. I'm not liking what I'm seeing, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and sort by price, high to low. That's what I want. Still, what is going on here? I still don't like any of these photos. Give me something clickable. Oh, I like this one. I'm going to do this Occidental one because it has a nice contrast with my other photos. All right, so I think I'm done. I've got 3. Forgot to write down Kensington. Let me search for that real quick. 945 West Kensington. No. 945 West Kensington. There you go. Kim Real Estate. From Wani Kim. Wani Kim, today's your lucky day. I'm going to advertise your listing for you and help you to sell it. I don't know if she'll be as excited about it as I am, but there you go. Okay. Now I've got my three listings, my three photographs chosen. I'm not doing anything for listing. I'm just choosing the photographs. I've got the addresses for them, and I've got the brokerages that represent them. I'm now ready to go. I'm going to go back in here to command. Hold on a second here. You guys, I'm not sharing this in my. There we go. So I'm going to go back in here to command, and we're going to go. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to start a new campaign from scratch. And I'm going to call this social media ad paid, right? I'm going to choose that campaign type. You could use all this to just post something to your business page. You could post create a Facebook post on your page too. But what we're doing is running ads to try to attract new people to our site and into our world. Name of the campaign is I'm going to call this 90026. I definitely recommend you put the date that you ran it. So I'm calling mine 90026 zip code ad 2020 September 28th. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to attract buyers. Where will your campaign run? Facebook, yes. Instagram, yes. Twitter, no, don't go to Twitter. Now, I'm just giving you guys some best practices in my experience. Feel free to modify as you'd like. Right? Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here. The next part, after I enter in the name and goals, I'm going to go to add a listing. 2855. Oh, wait, hold on. This is really important, and it'll take you forever to figure this out if you didn't know it. When you go to find a listing, underneath the search bar, there's a little thing here that's very, very hard to see that says show only my listings or show all listings. You want to show all listings. And so now I'm ready to go and enter in the address, Anthony Street. And that's in Los Angeles. There we go. Now you can see that it's entered in here multiple times because we get overlap in our MLSs in California. Nowhere else in the country I don't think anywhere else in the country they have this problem. I know we did on the East Coast. But anyways, just pick one. I'm going to go with Claw. I'm going to claw it out. Right now, I don't care about this ad text. We're not going to end up using that. All I want is the photo. They've already selected the first photo for me, so we're ready to go. Go on. Next, we're going to go back here and we're going to change the listing again. Again, it doesn't save the settings, so you got to go back here and say, search, show all listings, not just my listings. I'm going to enter in property address number 2, which is 945 West Kensington Road in the City of Angels. And there we go. Oh, there's my beautiful little craftsman style that's going to attract lots of clicks. I'm going to select that. Again, don't worry about the text. I'm going to skip that. I'm going to go straight to add media. And now I'm going to select another where you see it says image. And the first photo from the first house was already there. I'm going to click to the right of it. It says add more. And I'm going to select that front picture from the craftsman style. And I'm going to adjust the picture on the next screen, right? I want a nice balance of grass and sky. Now I'm done with 2 listings. Now I got to go find that third photo. So I leave those there. I go back up here to change listing. Oh, See, I almost forgot to do it again. I got to change this to all listings, not just my listing. 1448 Occidental Boulevard, Los Angeles, California. Let's see, did we find that? Yes, we did. So I'm going to select that. And then I'm going to skip the add text. And I'm going to go here to my add media image. And then there's the two photos are there already. I'm going to click on the add more to the right of them. And I'm going to go choose that photo, that nighttime photo that I liked. All right, I would have liked it better if I could get that full garage door in there, but I don't want to chop off the top of the house. So there we go. I've got my 3 photos from 3 different listings, right? So now what we need to do is change, because when I pulled in the photo from the listing, it pulled in the description and everything, which is great. It's very handy, but that's not, if I was running an ad for one listing, that would be wonderful and make things easier, but I'm not. I'm running a conglomerate ad based on 3 different listings. So I'm going to go back up here to add text, and I'm going to configure that, right? So the ad that I ran before, which I'm going to run it again because I had such good luck with it, said search homes in Silver Lake now. Let me find me some emojis. I love me some emojis. And I'm going to keep this exact same because I was very happy with my results. So I had a couple little eyeballs there. I had my little PAL sign. And then I said, prices. Oops. Prices as low as, I saw one in there for $5.95. There's actually one listed right now for $4.95, and I'm going to reference that. Click, quote, learn more for a full list of homes for sale. Exclamation point. I'm going to repeat down a couple steps, and then I'm going to say listings courtesy of Compass and Kim Real Estate. And then my headline is going to say Silver Lake Homes. Little up and down line. Where's that up and down line? There we go. Stop scrolling with a funny little face in here. Oh, there's no, I'll grab it from over here and cut and paste it. Where's my little funny face guy? There he is. I like this guy. Okay, I'm going to grab that little emoji and I'm going to cut and paste it over here. There we go. So far, I'm liking it. And then description. Live in Silver Lake at an affordable price. And then once I'm done there, I save my ad text, right? And now my ad is the design of my ad is done. So let me take a break here for a second and check back in with you guys. Any questions so far?
Yes. If I didn't want to do a listing like you did, and I want to do just sort of brand awareness and put in 3 photos of sold properties that I sold, I could do that, but it seems like when you went to add the photos, you went directly to listings. If I have them on my desktop, let's say, can I import them from another place?
Great question, Maury. And yes, absolutely. You're not, yeah. I just did it as for sake of ease. By the way, I could have, when I was on my website, I could have taken, or from the MLS or anywhere else, I could have taken those photos, saved them to my desktop, and then imported them without finding the listings in Command like I did. So in here where it says add media, where it says add more,
Yep.
you can take them from your choose from listing, or you can just from stuff you already have. You can add
Got
video,
it.
whatever you want.
Okay, perfect.
You're not limited in that way. That's a great point. The one thing I will have you think about though is I like having ads that's enticing them to click for whatever reason. So if you want to have brand awareness, that's great. But here's an idea for you, and you can take this with a grain of salt. You might want to say something like, "I've had a great time, had great success lately selling these beautiful properties. If you're curious of what your home might sell for, click here."
Right, drive to my website.
Just anything, and you can send them a landing page or anywhere to like have them enter in contact information, just so that you're always.
Yeah, the whole idea is to bring them in.
Yeah, call to action. Yeah.
Great.
Perfect. Any other questions? And again, this is all being recorded, so if you weren't able to follow, I'm trying to go slow enough, and I'm trying to be clear about every single step, so you can run this ad cart, just like I did it here, or modify it like Maury's talking about doing. Any other questions so far with adding photos or those kind of concerns? Okay, let me check the chat bar. So April, we were in Command under campaigns, and once you go into campaigns, there's it says paid ads. You want to click on paid ads, and then in the top right corner, it will say start campaign, I think it is, or start campaign, I think it is. And that's how you get to where I am here. Oh, thank you, Eileen. Or just follow what Eileen said. Thank you, Eileen, for, yes, perfect. That's exactly.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
If you're pulling from the MLS, you still have to type in your main copy. It doesn't populate, huh?
That's a great question. I believe that main copy populates, but I think the description does not, or is it the other way around? One of the two. But you're right. Not everything gets filled in, so you will have to create some copy there, and just and make sure. One thing I would implore you to do is before you publish and go live, definitely take a moment to proofread it, because once you post it, you can't make a change. You can't edit your campaign. The only way to stop it, and I had somebody asking about this morning. The only way to stop it is you got to shut the whole campaign down and redo it, and restart it over again. So I implore you to, whenever you're done, before you get ready to actually, send it out there into the world, take a moment and review it. Especially if you're importing description type stuff. Oftentimes, what is imported from the MLS doesn't sound right or look right in an ad. It just doesn't. And so just double check that. Any other questions, or I'll continue to move on? All right, great. Let's keep it going. All right, so we did our add text, right? That was what we just finished doing. When you're done, hit save add text. And then we're going to go into add media. Now our 3 photos are already there, but you're going to need a DBA logo. And I put one in the chat bar, but just in case anyone got here late and it wasn't there when you got here. Okay, sorry, where was I? It's a funny class. I got people texting me left and right trying to get into the class or asking me questions. Okay, yes, the DBA logo. Okay, so let me send that over to you. By the way, if you go into the Keller Williams Larchmont master folder, the Google Drive that's shared by Joey and Tara and myself with all of you guys, there's a marketing folder, and you have all your logos in there, because there's many different, some are black and white, some are more vertical, some have the full thing. I recommend just downloading that whole thing and just have a folder on your, on your computer that's marketing and then logos. I have marketing, logos, marketing pictures for stock photography and all kinds of stuff. So I just like to have all the logos on your computer so you don't ever have to go looking for them. Just nip that one in the bud and have them all there. But for the moment, in case you don't have it at your fingertips, I'll give you the one that we're going to be using today, which is the RGB ping file. All right, so I just shared that again. So what you're going to want to, now if you've already run an ad, this is already there. You don't have to do this every time. It's just the first time you need to do this, which is in here, we're back in our campaigns, right? So below the photos, which should already be taken care of, which should be set there, it says DBA logo, and you want to upload that file that I just put in the chat bar. I like having it in the right position. I did not worry about including our ownership statement. I don't even know what our ownership statement is. So you want to go ahead and save that. And now the next thing is to configure our Facebook and Instagram ads. Okay, so if you haven't already connected your Facebook business page with Command, this is not going to work for you, and you're just going to have to do this later and follow along. Hopefully you've already done it though. And so here, you want your account, find your page, and I want my sales page, Keller Williams Realty Ed Morel Group. Instagram ad position, taking Blake and Tristan's advice, I recommend running this as an Instagram ad, not an Instagram story. And now destination, now this is kind of tricky. Now, Maury was talking before, if you wanted to drive traffic, how do you want to capture leads from that? You have two options. You could, for example, you could push them to your Command website, and there's one of the pages has where they can contact you for more information. It's a lead capture form. You could point them there. I recommend using the Facebook built-in lead generation form. That's what Blake and Tristan recommended, and it worked really well for me. The next option is the label, right? The button that appears here. Mine says learn more, but that's not the only option. There's learn more, sign up, or apply now. I like learn more for what I was running. It worked well for me. And now one of the few things left that's missing is we need a URL to send them to. Where are they going to go when they click learn more? Well, if you'll remember when we started, back on our website, right, hold on a second here. I was in 90026, and I want that zip code. No, don't use the first one, because if you do, this is taking you some weird URL here. Don't do that. Go here. See how it says 9026, and that's a zip code's 90026. You want the zip code, because when you do that, now it's sorting by price, but I don't need to do that. I'm going to take that part out. Yours won't do that. Mine's because I set that earlier. That's the basic search for searching for 90026 on my website. Yours is going to be different because this part in front is going to be to your website. So if I click here on the right, here's the URL. If I click to the right of it, and I click again, it's going to show me the full address all the way through the HTTPS, which is what we want. You got that? That's not easy. Let me do that again because it's not very obvious. Chrome by default looks like that. If I click twice to the right of it, the full URL appears that includes the HTTPS:// right? Once I have that, I want to click to the right of it and drag over the whole URL to select it. From here, you can just hit Command C for Command Copy, or you can go up here to Edit and go Copy, right? So you want to copy that URL, and then you want to paste it back in our command where it says follow up destination URL. You want to paste it here. Right? That's a nice clean URL right there. https://edmorelgroup.kw.com/search/postal code/90026. And yours is going to be slightly different based on your zip code and based on your address for your command site. Is everybody clear on that part? Any questions? Okay, so now we're going to go to part 3 of that, of of channel options of Facebook and Instagram ads, where it says ad targeting, we're going to use custom settings. So click on that slider to the right. We're going to change things up a little bit. Now, you could, like for Maury's probably going to want to target his database if you want to target the people you already know, or you could target a custom audience. I'm going to target people I don't have in my database already. The whole point of this is because I want more people in my database. So I'm going to target a custom audience. Location, United States, obviously. This part is not so obvious. And here we're going to have a little talk. Facebook used to allow a whole lot of very, very good targeting. I mean, you used to be able to target like crazy. I mean, you used to be able to target based on what the expected income was of a given family. I mean, whatever. I mean, it was very targeted. I will say, it's probably a good thing that Facebook took that away. They were pressured by the government, and it's probably a good thing, right? So we can't do by zip code anymore. Otherwise, we'd be running this by zip code. Obviously, we'd be running to 90026 right now. We can't do that. Facebook does not allow it. You could do by city, but Los Angeles is a very big geographic city. That's a whole big net you're throwing there. However, many people don't know this, and many, not all, many neighborhoods are included. Not all, so you're gonna have to play around and see if the neighborhood you're targeting is included. For me, Silver Lake is included. It's one of the reasons why I chose Silver Lake is because I saw that it was included, and I want Silver Lake, California. There it is, Silver Lake, California. That's where I'm headed. I've seen Hancock Park is in there. I believe Larchmont Village is in there. Hollywood Hills is definitely in there. West Hollywood, North Hollywood, South Hollywood. West Adams is not in there, I don't believe. Mid-Wilshire, I don't know if that's in there, and I don't think Miracle Mile is in there. Mid-Wilshire, maybe. Those are the ones I know of. So play around, see what's in there and not in there based on what you're trying to go after, right? The next step is where it says radius. We want to bring that down as much as possible, which unfortunately is the lowest we can get is 15 miles, which is still pretty big, unfortunately, but that's the best we can do, right? And that next thing we're gonna do is where it says expert targeting, optional, increase or refine your audience by targeting interest. So we're gonna click on that green link below that. And where it says add or change interest, I like going with searching for interest equals Zillow. And I select only that one that says Zillow, not the Premier Agent. I definitely don't want to target Premier Agents. I don't want any agents. And I'm going to save that selection. That one has worked for me. It may work for you. Past results are no guarantee of future. Any guys investment people past performance, not no guarantee.
Future success.
Future results, yeah.
Future results.
But that's what I did. I'm running my same exact ad, but with updated pictures of what I'm doing here. I'm going to save that Facebook and Instagram ad. And now let's talk about money. Okay, from experience, from running a few ads that didn't work, I can tell you, and from talking to Blake and Tristan, that it is highly recommended you run in LA, run your ads for at least $10 a day. Now, maybe you can only afford one day. Great. Run it for one day at $10 for that day. Great. Mine I ran for 10 days at $10 a day. That worked really well for me. But you do what works for you. So
Get a lot of results, a lot of calls.
Yeah, well, no, I got 0 calls, but I got lots of results, and that resulted in me calling them, and I actually did pick up a lead already. And by the way, of the 30 people that I generated, I think I called 7 of them and got 1 strong lead and 1 that were in touch, right? And the rest I gave out to people in coaching. I was just like, here, take them. By the way, we'll talk about, well, that's fun for another day. But
I was just curious.
So I increased my budget to, I want this to be $100 total. That's what I'm running. You don't have to run what you can afford. And like I said, if you can do it for one day for $10 a day, sure. If you've got deep pockets and you've got a listing and you really want to promote the heck out of it and you want to do $30 a day for a week, and you don't mind dropping $200, great, go for it.
Ed, can you set the calendar, say I want to do Thursday through Saturday for the next 4 weeks recurring? Is it possible?
Yes,
to
you
do that?
can, but not through command. You'd have to run that ad through Facebook directly, which, by the way, all of this that I've just done here, you can do all of this through Facebook directly and do almost exactly what we've done here. If you watch Tristan's Facebook video, he runs his ad through Facebook directly and doesn't use command. And then Blake does it through command. Either way is fine. Running it through command means that when the leads come in, they'll show up in command automatically and they'll get notified automatically.
So if I did it, say Thursday to Saturday for next week, I said it, and then want to go back in, can I repeat the same campaign the following week? Or do I have to start all over again and populate it, start from scratch? Or
No,
is
you
it
don't have to
there?
start from scratch. There is a button where all the campaigns are listed. On the far right, there's the 3 little buttons, and one of them says duplicate and customize campaign.
Okay.
That's what you want. Okay, so let me just finish up here, and then we'll open up to questions. So mine, I ran it for 10 days at $100. Obviously, that's $10 a day. So it means $5 per channel, right? Because I've got Facebook and Instagram. And I unselect the first checkbox, and I use automated placement for Facebook and Instagram ads, which means Facebook is going to get approximately up to $5 a day. Instagram is going to get up to $5 a day. But you don't have to. You can unselect both of them and customize what percentage you want to go to Facebook and what percent you want to go to Instagram. Mine worked out really well to the first checkbox was unchecked. The second checkbox was checked. So now once you've done all that, you're ready to save duration and budget. And now, bam, you're ready to go, which I'm going to go ahead and publish mine right now. Now, again, up here on the top right, by the way, before you publish, you can select what to preview it. You can see what your ad looks like in different previews, right? So there's my ad. I'm ready to run it again. If I do it again, I don't like that picture, actually. I like my other pictures better from the first time I ran it. Anyways, I'm ready to go, so I'm going to go ahead and publish. So let's see if I entered in everything correctly. Yeah, there's my credit card. Anybody else want to give me their credit card number? I'll go ahead and enter that in. Just kidding.
A lot to think about here.
So the circle wheel of death is rolling around here. It's thinking about it. Do I want to let Ed run his ad? All right. Since there's other people watching, we'll let it go this time. But there you go. There's the one that's pending review. It's going to start tomorrow. Here's the one I ran that picked up 30. But wait, there's a. If you click on it, it will show you all the people that came in from that ad. But again, on these 3 bars, you can duplicate the campaign, right? So the one that's already done, you can say duplicate, and the next screener will say, do you want to customize it, right? But there you go. So let me unshare this and get back to you guys. There's how I ran a Facebook ad for $100 a pop, 30 leads, not bad, not a bad take. Again, I know other people who have ran ads that they were picking up leads for about $6 a lead. They were in different neighborhoods, so maybe that's partly why, I don't know. They were also running an ad for one listing as opposed to many listings.
Ed, I have one question about running like an ad on Facebook. A couple of years or so ago, I was trying to advertise on Facebook like a boost, an ad that I had, And I kept getting kicked back saying that it wasn't acceptable, but I couldn't get a straight answer out of anyone as to why it wasn't acceptable. And have you ever run into that where you've
Yeah,
tried to boost,
yeah,
and you
great
get
question.
resisted or kicked back?
Yeah, great question, Clint. And by the way, at one point, uh, even though, because Keller Williams has a partnership with Facebook, it's actually one of the very few broker. In fact, I think we're the only brokerage that has a partnership with Facebook. Lots of people say they're working with Facebook. We're the only company that, if you ask Facebook, Facebook says they're working with us. So that's a pretty powerful. And even though we're integrated, despite all of that, at one point there was a problem that lasted for about a week or so where you couldn't run a Facebook ad through command into Facebook. Facebook was rejecting all of our ads. So they're very touchy about what they'll allow and not allow. And I mean, there are some generalities like, yeah, you're not supposed to put anything that can be construed as steering, right? We don't want to steer people into different neighborhoods. We don't want to discriminate in any sort of way, not just against color, but obviously, race, gender, what all the protected classes. You can't do anything that's going to violate the fair housing law, which part of what I was saying originally, I think that's a good thing that Facebook is kind of cracking down on it. Sometimes I feel like they overly cracked on it, and you're just trying to run an ad to promote a listing. Like, you're not.
I can understand no discrimination, but I just couldn't determine what the problem was. And I just kept going around and around with them. And then they had a list of guidelines, but I didn't know what I was violating.
Yeah. And by the way, that changes like the wind. I mean, it changes on a daily basis what is being rejected and not. So, yeah, I mean, I've given you as much as I know. Like, if you ever had a problem, I would just Google, like, why are Facebook's pages being rejected this month?
There's no easy answer. I just thought I'd throw it out to ask how you handle it. So.
Yeah, but great question. Anyone else? Any other questions? All right. Well, you guys are all Facebook ad running machines out there. Now, what I ask of you guys is, let me know, like, when you run a Facebook ad, just shoot me a text or an email and say, hey, I just want to let you know I ran this Facebook ad. This is what kind of results I got. Because I want to I'd love to know what's working and not. I mean, I won't share your exact ad, but I'd love to know kind of what's working and not working out there, right? And thank you, Maureen. Awesome. Thanks, Clint. Glad you guys got a lot out of it. So I'll stop recording here unless anyone has any other questions.